Hello everybody, this is Heather Baltus, and today we are going to be working on our student educational plans. So you'll notice that a new module has opened up, and the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and download your student educational PDF form that we're going to fill out. And this form is really crucial because it's going to be your roadmap for your time here at Bakersfield College, and it's going to outline all of the classes that you're going to need to take in order to graduate with either your general education done or maybe to transfer to a four-year university. So once you've downloaded it, let's go ahead and make sure that we save it because we're going to continue to work on this throughout the semester. So I've got that saved, and let's start filling it out. Again, this is going to be your roadmap. So I'd like to know your name and your major. I'm going to be using agribusiness just because that's what I teach. Please put in your @ number so that we can reference that. Maybe you have a career goal in mind. If not, then that's fine. Sometimes we have to go through a few classes to figure out what we enjoy doing. How many hours do you work? Some of you guys work part-time, some of you are working full-time, and this will dictate how many classes you feel comfortable taking each semester. So it's really important to know how much you can balance between work and school. Your catalog right years, this is when you started at Bakersfield College. Again, if you left for a year, your catalog rights will start over. So I'm going to be using this catalog year. So this means that we're going to be looking at fall 2017 through spring 2018, and that makes up a school year. The next thing that I want to draw your attention to is your educational goals. I'd like to know what your end game is. So if you want to get a certificate, click here. If you want to get your AA or your AS or your AAT or your AST, go ahead and click here. The difference between all of these is all of them are transferable to four-year universities. The AAT and the AST in particular is a relationship that we've formed with the CSUs. So if your major has an AAT or an AST, this means that you're guaranteed admission into a CSU. It may not be the CSU that you would like to go to, but you're definitely guaranteed into one of them. All of these, however, get you to that four-year university. So just because it may not have a T doesn't mean that you can't transfer. All of them transfer over. Tell me where you want to transfer. I'm going to use my alma mater, Cal Poly. And I'd also like to know this information over here. Again, whether maybe you're going to get that certificate, and you might check into this. Sometimes certificates are worth getting if you only have to take one or two more classes. Transfer courses, we definitely want to do that if you're transferring to a four-year university. And also here, your general education pattern. Are you just planning to get your BC general education? I'm planning to transfer to Cal Poly, so that's a CSU. If you're planning to transfer to a UC, you're going to click here. If you're unclear on whether you want to go to a UC or a CSU, go ahead and click the I get C pattern. That'll cover both. Okay, so the top part is filled out, and now what I would like you to do is scroll down to the second page. We're going to skip over this, kind of bounce around here for a little bit. The next thing I want to know is your placement scores, because this is going to be very important to figure out what classes you need to take and in what order. So I'm going to pretend that I placed in Math B70, and then down here in English, I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to say that I placed in English B60 and English B60. So here's the deal. You cannot take a transfer level math class until you've completed B70. Depending on the major that you're going into, it will dictate which math class you should take. So this is pre-calculus, this is statistics, and so on. I know for ag business in particular, I need to have both of these when I get to the four-year university, but they really like to see that statistics class, so I'm going to choose Math B22. Down here on English, before I can take the next level English class, I have to complete English B60 60. Then I have to complete English B50 before I can even take English B1A. And I have to do these in sequential order. Everyone transferring will have to complete that English B1A requirement. And even if you're getting a general ed here at Bakersfield College, you will need this English B1A requirement. But making sure that you understand the prerequisites and taking these in orders is going to be huge in your time here at BC. Alright, I am going to go up here and save my document again because we're going to keep working on this. And for right now, I think we are done. So I'm going to sign off. Over and out.